Rachel Collins,
Hayley,
Louise, Woodruff.
on media evaluation. In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? In our media product we chose to use the rock genre, and in order to follow this genre we used quick tempo pace shots which match the pace of the music. This is conventional with the rock genre and we use this to follow this convention.
The costumes we used in the music video were similar to those in the rock genre, however they weren't as accurate as possible. We chose to use dark colours and ripped looking jeans to link in with other music videos from the rock genre.
Due to the fact that our music video was of the rock genre, it was very quick tempoed. So to follow this we used a lot of quick tempo shots and fast editing in order to show this and in keeping with the music.
We also used the dark colours in our setting, such as the Belgium Theatre, whereas it was mostly black colours. This therefore connoted the emotions of the members of the band and how they felt about being captured. This is typical mise-en-scène of music videos of the rock genre.
The instruments we used in the music video were similar to those of the rock genre. We chose to use drums, microphone, amp and guitars as these link into rock music videos. However, we had to use an acoustic guitar instead of an electric guitar as we didn't have access to another electric guitar.
Another typical convention we followed for the rock genre was using live performance as well as a narrative in our music video. We used this as it's a typical convention of the rock genre and clearly showed to the audience that it would be the genre of rock.
How effective is the combination of the main product and ancillary text? The mask is used continuously throughout all ancillary text and main product. This shows brand identity and makes it fluent so you can link the video, webpage and digipack together.
The use of the forest scene as a setting is also used continuous through the music video and the digipack. This also creates brand identity and clearly shows the audience there is a link between the video and the digipack.
For the digipack we used the image of a young girl as the centre image. She is wearing a dress which is white, which connotes innocence and purity, which is a contrast between the idea of her being a stalker, which is shown through the use of the mask.
The red balloon on the cover of the digipack connotates anger and danger. This is contrasted with the innocence of the young girl.
The use of the red balloon also shows the emotion of the band, portraying their anger in the music video, which is quite typical of the rock genre.
We also used a monochrome colour scheme throughout the music video, as well as the webpage and the digipack. This is something typical of the rock genre, and also it showed house style and brand identity.
What have you learned from your audience feedback? In our questionnaire, we found that the main demographic of the people we asked liked rock as their favourite music. However, we also found that people that liked rock as the genre also preferred an indie, so we could use this to create a wider demographic in our music video.
In order to create a wider demographic, we also asked people whose favourite genre wasn't rock, so we could get a wide idea of what other people like in their music videos.
Right. We also found out that black and white is more popular for this target audience. We chose to use this more for the digipack and webpage rather than the actual music video, as the setting itself was already quite dark and we didn't want to make it any darker.
Another thing we learned from our audience feedback was that our target audience in particular liked to see an equal balance between live performance and narrative within the music video. And so we used this as it was a typical convention of rock genre and we felt it would appeal to a wider demographic.
We also found that our demographic would enjoy the abstract narrative as well as a realistic narrative, and thus we used this in our music video with the obscurity of the stalkers, with the normalness of running away, which could connote other things such as running away from a problem or from an addiction. which is typical of the rock genre. How did you use new video technologies in the construction, research and planning and evaluation stages?
We use different cameras to create our music video as well as the digipack. We use digital cameras and new HD cameras to create our final product. We also use tripods to capture the filming and photo for the digipack. We're familiar with these technologies as we were brought up with them, and we've used a variety of different cameras from other tasks we have completed.
In order to create our actual music video, we used a technology called Final Cut. We've never used this product before, and it was a new thing for us to use. However, we found it fairly easy to use, as it was quite self-explanatory. But we did have quite a lot of difficulties with it, as many of our files were deleted.
One technology we were familiar with was Photoshop. We mainly knew about this due to our AS coursework and creating our magazine. However, we also found difficulties with this in our A2 coursework. We mainly use this, however, for the digipack.
We uploaded the files onto the blog using Google Docs. We have used this before for our AS media coursework.
Another new software that we used was Handbrake. We used this in order to retrieve our lost files, which we lost through Final Cut. And this was a new technology for us we'd never used before, and many people haven't used it. In order to do this, we had to convert the files from Final Cut into files that we could use again and recycle them. This was fairly easy to use, and it was quite self-explanatory, and therefore we had no problems with it.
Another technology we were all familiar with was YouTube. We use this mainly for the planning and research stages of our coursework. We used this for our analysis, so we looked up different music videos online, and so we were able to see what the music videos were like and analyse them. We also used this for the final bit of our coursework, so we could upload our final product and our draft coursework onto YouTube so that other people can see it.
We used iMovie to upload our videos onto the computer, then onto Final Cut. We were quite familiar with this already as we used it last year in our AS coursework.
Finally, the last new piece of technology that we used was Wix. This was www.wix.com. It was a new technology that we had used. However, it was quite easy to use, and it was a new site which allowed us to create our own web page. This was an easy product to use and helped create a legitimate web page.
Thank you for watching!